The sweetness of art. Wayne Thiebaud is a famous American artist who loved to paint desserts. One of Thiebaud's jobs was at Mile High and Red Hot, a cafe known for its stacked ice cream cones and hot dogs. There were also, Thiebaud remembers, rows of pies. His work is a part of the pop art movement. Pop artists painted common things from everyday life. He often used thick paint. Some people think it looks like real frosting. Does it look like frosting or paint to you? Wayne Thiebaud liked to paint dark shadows on the sides of his desserts. This makes them look more three-dimensional. Can you find the shadows in this painting? He loved bright colors. Do you notice how the cakes and plates are outlined in them too? There are different kinds of desserts all over the world. What kind of dessert do you like? These are some Thiebaud-inspired art pieces made by kids. What kind of dessert do you want to make today? So for today's lesson, you're going to need a box of oil pastels. You're going to need a sheet of pastel paper, and it can be any kind of a pastel, so just a light colored paper, a pencil, and a sheet of scratch paper for cleaning off your oil pastels. So to get started, you can slide these things away. I'm actually going to be using this sheet of green pastel paper, and we are going to be making a dessert today, and I thought it would be fun for us to make an ice cream cone. So you find the middle of your paper, and then you're going to go up a little ways, okay? And up here we're going to start our ice cream cone. We're going to start with our ice cream. So we're going to make a big rainbow shape. So first I just make a rainbow. And then after I make my rainbow on the bottom, I'm going to make some little smiles. And that's going to be my first scoop of ice cream. And after I finish one scoop of ice cream, I'm then going to come over to the side and I'm going to put one curved line and another curved line. And then I'm going to take and put little smiles along the bottom. So now at this point, if I wanted to add another scoop, I could, especially if I made my scoop small. Or I could go ahead and put in my ice cream cone. So it's going to be your choice what you want to do. I think I'm going to put in one more scoop, so I'm going to put in a curve and a curve. And then I'm going to put in some lumpy bottoms or smiles on the bottom. Now I'm going to come down. I want to put in my cone. So a nice thing to do is to be able to find the center of your bottom scoop. You're going to drop straight down, and then you're going to put a dot. So now we know where our cone is going to go to. And then we want to come to the side of our ice cream, and we're going to draw one line down to our dot. We're going to go to the other side of our ice cream. We're going to draw another line down to our dot. So we have a cone now, and then we're going to put in some diagonal stripes. So we're going to come and just put in some diagonal lines going one way. And then after you do it in one direction, you're going to come and put them in the other way. And so now we have our basic ice cream cone. Now, as we go to put our oil pastels in, one of the things I really love about Wayne Thiebaud's work is how he outlines everything in bright colors. So you can take any color you want and go over some of your lines. And you might just do parts of them here and there. So I just did a few in a few locations. I can take and choose another one. So go ahead and do some outlining using any colors you want, and try to use more than one. It can be a little bit fun to use more than one color. And if you want, you can even take and do a double color. So see how I did both pink and blue there. And now I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing with my cone. I can take and put some bright colors in to my cone as well. Now, after you outline your ice cream cone with bright colors, then you can start to take in some colors into your ice cream cone and your scoops. And I want to show you one thing about taking in colors. So you can take and make your ice cream be any color you want, whatever really makes you happy. So let's say in this top one, I've decided to use this color. Maybe I want to add a little bit of another color in there too. So I can do some blending if I want to. And then one thing that can be really fun with these is you can take your white afterwards and use your white as a blending stick. So after you put in a color, you can add in white, and this will turn it into a tint. Whenever you take and add white into a color, it becomes a tint. And oh, I went a little bit out of my line. That's okay. I can just add some more in. And now from here, I'm going to go ahead and keep coloring the rest of my ice cream cone. You can do it in any colors you want. Now after I get my ice cream cone finished, if I wanted to do anything in my background, I could do anything into my background as well. You're also going to notice you have lots of little bits of things that are built up on your surface. So if you want, you can take your sheet of scratch paper, you slide it in underneath, and you can tap off. And so you see how all of those little bits will go onto there. You can also, if you want, if you'll notice your oil pastels have gotten a little bit dirty. So if you want to take and clean your oil pastels, remember you can do a little bit of cleaning with them. When I'm finished, I'm going to look at my oil pastels, make sure I get them all back into my pack and have them put away. I think I'm going to do a little bit more to my background. You guys have fun. Bye-bye.